Coming up on this episode.
He's wiring for full-fledged electricity. So this is an exciting day. This is one that I've waited for because we've had a problem with mosquitoes visiting without any invitation at all.
That's right.
And it's a problem. So we've had to take all the bedding off, and Brian is doing the blocking now in the cabin today. And then we're going to do the insulation, and I'm so excited. So we've got to pull everything off, and it's just one gigantic mess in here. I can't wait to get it back up nice, because it's so nice to have things all organized and in order. So that's what's going on today.
Huh? Okay, that's got to come off. We've learned to be somewhat innovative out here. I couldn't find a dust bag for my miter saw, so while I was running around looking for it, Melody found a Walmart bag, cut it up, and voila! A homemade, handy-dandy sawdust bag in no time at all. Oh, that's so much better! Nice job.
So we have a challenge in the tiny cabin right now with space, as you can see. All of our bedding is piled up because Ryan is blocking the walls for insulation.
As you can imagine, space is a premium in such a small living area. After all, we're only talking 192 square feet here. So while looking for ways to minimize the clutter, we determined that the space under our bed was being underutilized. So we decided to increase the height of the legs of the bed to create more storage room under the bed for big bulky things like food bins, luggage, and so forth.
That will enable us to use this entire king-sized area for storage. And we'll just go along and pull them out kind of like they're in a cabinet. So what we need to do is have our end tables now high enough so that we can charge our phones and all the other things that we do. So in the meantime, Ryan is putting those little electrical boxes because he's wiring for full-fledged electricity. So this is an exciting day. This is one that I've waited for because we've had a problem with mosquitoes visiting without any invitation at all.
That's right.
And it's a problem.
They're very, very bold, those mosquitoes.
Yes, they are very bold, and we are quite annoyed with them. So he's just putting all these things up. See, he's really good. He really does the things that I think of doing too.
See, they're measured, they're perfect.
They look perfect. To me, they do look perfect. I just thought, wow.
Okay, so those are going to be, because we're raising the bed, those are going to be
on top of the little shelf that we have beside the bed.
Top of the shelf.
Oh, hold it. That's not going to be because the bed's going up another 6 inches. It has to be a bit higher, doesn't it?
The bed's going up 6 inches.
Yeah.
That's going to be above the shelf. I'm thinking maybe I'll move it over to the next one. Maybe I can put the light switches
over.
Like here.
Okay. There you go. Another one bites the dust. I am so furious with those guys.
I'll put the light switches here.
Oh, you will? Yep. Oh yeah, like right above our heads where we're where we're reading or whatever.
Exactly. So if I put the light switches there, we can have a switch for, switch for the little wall sconce that we're going to put up here.
Yeah, that is perfect. That is perfect. So we're going to watch this all come to fruition today, and this is going to be a big moment in the tiny cabin's life because we're getting wired up for sound.
We're getting wired for sound, honey.
So we've just laid the bed against the wall, and Ryan's going to add an extension to the legs by about 6 inches. So once again, this is looking a little too close for comfort with being grounded.
The water level of the lake really drops quickly in the summer, and we learned this lesson the hard way. In Season 1, you may recall that after leaving the island for only a short time, we returned to find the barge completely grounded. It was stuck in the mud big time. It was such a hassle to move the barge back off the extended shoreline. Even with help, we were just barely able to get it refloated. Thankfully, we now have Pepper, so we're never worried. It really doesn't matter how far the lake drops, Pepper can just push it off the shore without any effort at all.
Okay, we've just checked out Berry Point and we're seeing Saskatoons. The beginnings of Saskatoons, the possibility of Saskatoons. We love these things so much. Nice, eh? Isn't that lovely? They're quite abundant actually here at Berry Point. That's why we've called them Berry Point, because they're all here.
That would be nice.
Yes, I'm excited about it, and I would like to make Saskatoon jelly.
You start it up.
That's a pretty slick screen, eh?
Yeah, it's nice. Pepper wasn't feeling well today. He was having trouble locking the pins down that secured the bucket to the lift arms. Okay, engage your hydraulics. Put your parking brake on. Okay. Press the yellow button just to... Okay, good. And I'm going to tell you when to press the other one, okay?
Okay.
All right. Melody worked the controls from the cab while I tested the solenoid function around back in the engine compartment. I needed to determine if the problem was mechanical or electrical. Once again, we find ourselves playing musical gas cans. Yeah, I wish we had I had a stick on one of these things to hold this straight, and I took it off because I forgot what it was for. Let's roll it the other way for a second, see if that straightens it out. Otherwise, you put it in, it just curls right back up. Hey? It's going. Note to self, get a better solution for transferring fuel, because really, siphoning gas is not my idea of a good time. Beautiful night, except for the smog. think it's farther away, eh?
No, I don't.
You don't think so?
But it's further away?
Yeah.
I think it's growing. I think it's coming behind.
I think there's a little bit there now. It used to be over to the left of it. And it's more over there now.
Right.
And if the wind can just shift, it'll blow it all this way.
Yeah, we don't want it to blow it that way. That's behind us, and that's where the logging road is.
It would be great if the fires would just stop. Seeing the air I'm breathing? Yeah, not for me.
Okay, this is, I don't know if you guys can see this or not,
Lots of fish.
but there are an extraordinary amount of fish everywhere.
Oh.
What, do we see one?
Yeah, one just got eaten right there. Look at this. Look at this one right
It's
here.
a fly. It's a fish eating him, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, you can almost see the fish underneath them.
Fish is gonna get him, watch.
Oh, he got him. Wow, is that ever neat? Oh, there's just so many flies out here, though. If only that sky would clear. Because if it weren't completely laden with smoke, we would have an unbelievable summer. But this is pretty brutal right now.
You know what though? The same area doesn't burn 2 years in a row. Unreal. It's moments like this that make all the effort worthwhile. Melodi's probably not gonna like this.
I think this is a super bad idea again.
Yep, thought so. But I like the idea.
Oh my word. Ah.
For me, it's way faster to just knock the tree down and pop the roots out of the ground at the same time. Digging out stumps is messy and not very efficient.
Beside the water tank. Oh. Wow. Well, that opens that up a bit. One more dangerous one away from the cabin, which is really going to be important. Whew. Makes me nervous every single time. That was a bigger tree than I thought it was. Wow.
Hi, we're just getting ready to load Pepper, and we are going to leave this island because we are absolutely socked in with smoke. It's very close. Apparently they're setting crews up very close to us as well. So we are going to get ready for our live stream, and once that's done, we are going to head back out to a hotel about 3.5 hours away from here. So it's starting to feel like it's real. I think we'll be okay. Praying for everybody around us that their properties will be okay because they're on the actual shores and in the actual forest. We're on an island, but doesn't mean that that the forest fires couldn't jump. So we're just getting ready to go.
We're taking the Kubota back in for a little tidy up. And this is the reason why. It really is quite shockingly smoky.
Normally you can see a mountain there.
Yeah, right through that big vast white spot is a big towering mountain.
Yeah.
No towering mountain today.
No, not at all. Looks like the ocean.
I've got a towering husband.
That's right.
So, how do you feel about all this, honey?
I feel that we need to get away from the smoke. I don't want my lungs to get wrecked. And I don't feel like sleeping with one of these masks on.
We are going to leave this beautiful island so that we can get air that's a little bit safer to breathe. This is actually, I don't know if you can really tell, but whether the camera picks it up or not, but especially there too, there is just smoke just sitting right in those trees waiting to come get us. You can kind of see it moving now, and it's not a pretty sight. So it's very sad. We have a lot to do, and we really are just praying that everything will be okay. So we're taking Pepper for a tune-up, and we're getting ready to leave soon. We have a live stream with our YouTube friends first, and then we're going to have to leave here. Kind of makes us sad, actually. We're really hoping it's only going to be 2 or 3 days, but we just don't know at this point. Poor island.
These fires are the real deal, and the smoke is way too thick for our liking. It would be reckless to ignore the threats the fires represent at this time, so once again, our plans are waylaid. We were thinking we were going to get some electrical work done, but that will now have to wait. We also were going to raise the bed higher to help free up some badly needed storage space. That too will have to wait. But all is not lost. We will use this opportunity to haul Pepper into the shop for some maintenance work. The goal, of course, will be to fix those troublesome hydraulic circuits, and with a little luck, Pepper will be feeling 100% again soon. Each and every trip into town with the trailer is quite the expedition. We start with a slow barge ride, then we unload at the ramp, then we connect the truck to the trailer, then we load up the trailer, then we secure the load to the trailer, and then we head out. This all takes time, and the process really must be methodical. It can't be rushed because critical safety protocols can be missed, and when that happens, accidents are sure to follow.
Perfect. Oh no!
Oh no. Did I just do that?
Wow!
For real?
Stop!
Oh man.
Oh no!
Seems I totally forgot the part about being methodical, doesn't it?
Wow! Stop!
What happened?
The whole thing is crushed!
It's crushed.
The truck!
What?
Oh.
Wow.
Oh no!
Oh, we're gonna need another tailgate. This is unreal.
Oh no! Didn't you lock it in?
Just look at that tailgate. It's totally crushed and bent. And this is like, what, our third tailgate?
Oh my word. The whole truck is smashed.
Oh boy. Not only is this embarrassing, it is sure to be expensive.
Oh no. Oh.
Chains are locked. They're broken right off. Chains broke right off this thing. Okay. You can see that the chains are on. Or they just ripped right out. Hey honey, would you mind shutting the Kubota off?
Oh.
Well, number one, the gooseneck was not secured to the ball. The receiver was on the ball, but it wasn't locked in. It couldn't have been, or it would not have come off. So it seems I was not diligent enough to verify that the locking spring that holds the receiver to the ball was fully engaged. Number two, the trailer wheels were not chalked. There's no excuse for this.
Get this connected somehow, and I don't have tools, so I'll have to bring tools back with us after.
Had they been chalked, the trailer wouldn't have moved backwards when the gooseneck lifted off the ball.
What's gonna happen?
Well, we're gonna have to order another door, and looks like this pin broke inside the door, inside the fender rather.
Number three, and this is insult to injury, the safety chains failed. Had they done their job, the gooseneck would not have contacted the tailgate and it would not have been crushed.
I don't know how we're ever gonna get this thing off.
The weld that held the chains onto the gooseneck actually broke, sending it careening backwards, free to smash the tailgate to smithereens.
Okay, I'll do that with tools. In the meantime, I have to raise this up so we can at least get back into our life. Honey, you scared me. I thought I ran over you somehow.
Wow. A perfect trifecta of ruination. This was totally on me, If only I would have chalked the wheels, we would have avoided this whole mess. My poor wife.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't know how that chain came off. Look at this. This weld broke. See that? That's the weld. That's the weld right there. And it usually sits right there.
What a total design fail. No wonder the chains failed. They were only held on by one tiny weld.
Right here. See that missing spot? That's what broke. So this is supposed to connect there like that.
Was everything, the whole truck just shook. And I thought there's something that's not right here.
And it didn't look right. Yeah.
I was trying to scream.
Oh, well, I stopped as soon as I heard you. I thought I ran over you, honey.
Actually, I'm grateful this happened here rather than on a highway somewhere. Can you imagine the ensuing carnage of a runaway flat deck at highway speeds? I'll be attaching these chains differently so that they will actually provide the safety they are supposed to. Remember my expedition list? Slow barge ride, unload the barge, load the trailer, wreck the truck. That list? Well, we also have to return the barge to the island and then take our little boat back to the boat ramp. Then we can head out.
So what is it that we're actually going to try and do here?
Lift the trailer straight up.
Okay.
So we can get it up over the tailgate. The tailgate won't open, so.
Right.
Actually, yeah, I guess that's a good point. We can get as much on the legs.
Right. We had a little trouble.
It's just character.
Yeah. So we're going to try and get the gooseneck up off the back of the truck and detach the trailer. And Jeremy from Huber Equipment here is going to help us do that. It's really not their problem, but they've been kind enough to help us out with this. Got about 6 inches here on. Okay. there you go.
Like a good idea at the time.
So now that we're detached, oh, look at the back of that tailgate.
What I did is I hooked it up so it's a little bit more substantial. It just...
And that's all it was just on a bolt, eh?
Yeah.
They just welded to it. Why wouldn't they have these like bolted right to the frame?
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was talking to my wife about that yesterday.
Or even like you got it, put it around that cross member, like...
Yeah. Cross member looks pretty strong.
Yeah.
So I might just...
Huh. Crazy.
But that was bad. Because all that pressure on one little bolt, it just pulled it right off and slammed it right into the...
Yeah, really? How did it must have just jumped off the ball, did it?
Well, see here.
Yeah.
I think what happened was... I didn't do that. Or that.
Oh, so it managed to bounce on the road or whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't able to come up like that. Had I done that, it couldn't have come up.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make that part of my checklist, I guess.
Yeah.
Or maybe it loosened. I don't know.
Yeah. Because even if it wasn't like that, what's stopping it from wiggling it back?
Yeah.
But it has to be right up and down in order to get past there, right? Like,
Yeah, it has to be here.
yeah. So yeah, the chances of that happening
I'm not sure how that happened, but. Huh. Okay.
Yeah, I'll check with our parts guys there and see if they got the brake for that thing.
Melody and I love to learn. Our motto is actually live, laugh, love, and learn. So what did we learn today? We learned that haste makes waste. It really is important to slow down. Some might say our path is atypical or even unconventional, but we wouldn't have it any other way. The surprises and challenges we encounter along the way add flavor to each day, and certainly they keep things interesting. We tend to start the day out with certain goals in mind, then as expected the curveballs come and we're forced to adapt. Then catastrophe strikes and we must deal with that too. But hey, we are nimble people. We can pivot with the best of them as we dance through each disaster. After all, life is more fun that way. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please support us by clicking the thumbs up icon on YouTube. We invite you to also subscribe and click the bell. You'll be notified when we upload new content. Please invite your friends and family to come along too. Bye for now.